peanut, salt peanut. Salt peanut, salt peanut. Salt peanut, salt peanut. Salt peanut, salt peanut.
Salt peanuts. Salt peanuts. That's my chicken impression.
Okay, yeah. That's good.
It's
That's good.
out.
Okay. Welcome, listeners, to the fancy hour with Bobby and Elliot. That's actually just a half hour. This podcast is your number one source for intelligent discussion on important topics. I am Bobby.
And I am Elliot. Now, Bobby and I have been friends for many years since we were both fetuses, feti in our respective mothers' wombs. We had a connection early on.
Not connected by the womb.
We weren't brothers or twins, but or our mothers weren't friends. But Bobby and I were fetal friends.
Sure. Okay.
So ever since then, our conversations have been something almost otherworldly. And Bobby and I are both very intelligent men, according to our standards.
Yeah.
So we were just thinking that maybe we should, I think, help those around us by, we've often said, gee, I sure wish all of our close friends and some of our family, none of our family really, could be around our conversations so that they could just hear it, so we could entertain and enlighten them. And so that's how this podcast came to be. Isn't that right, Bobby?
That is correct, yes. And before we start, I want to apologize to any of my family members that may listen to this, because we're going to put this on Facebook, and everybody in my family is on Facebook. So I apologize in advance for all the bad things we're going to talk about.
Just don't listen to it. If you're Bobby's family, stop listening now.
Right now. It's about 2 minutes and 5 seconds in. Stop it right now.
Stop it now.
Or go back to the beginning and listen to Salt Peanuts.
Over and over.
Over and over. Dizzy Gillespie is really good.
He is. He's a friend of mine. So Bobby and I have decided to have starting off points. Isn't that right, Bobby? And
yeah.
And so today's topic is one we've often thought about together in various places. And we decided we want to talk about the war on men's underwear packaging.
Yes.
The packaging of men's underwear, which I'm sure all you fellas and some of you ladies as well have been perusing around Target or Walmart or wherever underwear is sold, gas stations, and you've probably seen the packaging.
Yes.
You've seen the packaging, surely.
My eyes have gandered over many of men's junk up in my face and off these packaging. And before we start, I'd like to thank you for when introducing it. You mentioned it was a topic we thought about many times, because I guess we sit around and talk about, man, you ever think about men's underwear packaging? Holy crap.
Well, contrary to popular belief, men often go underwear shopping as well.
Sure.
At least
most men do.
My man friends.
My
guy pals.
So should we choose opposing sides of this argument, or should we just go straight into how we truly feel?
Well, Bobby,
yes, Elliot.
I think that how do you feel about it? How does it make you feel? All over.
It makes me tingly inside. It is really embarrassing to go underwear shopping with your mom. That is something I have to say. Because she's like, Bobby, look at these. These are boxers that are skin tight, and then you're looking at a guy's penis the whole time.
That's true.
Your mom is literally shoving men's dicks in your face, and it is one of the most awkward experiences you could ever have happen to you.
And it's funny when you're a child, underwear shopping with your mom it's fun. Because your underwear has Sonic the Hedgehog on it, has Superman on it.
Yeah.
You got those tidy whities with the cool designs on them, and that was great.
Little known fun fact.
Yeah.
I never wore tidy whities. I went straight from pull-ups to full-on boxers.
What?
I
They make boxers for elementary school children?
No, I meant like high school. I was still wearing pull-ups.
Okay. So they, all right. That means
they made adult sizes.
Oh, okay. I was gonna wonder if you were small enough to fit.
No.
And you grew exponentially, like James and the Giant Peach, who ate one of those little wormy things. You know that movie,
yes,
James,
I know.
and you grew large.
He didn't grow large.
Well, the Peach did.
The Peach grew large, but he didn't grow large.
Did he eat the things?
He swallowed the
and he turned tiny.
The glowworms, and his head just got big.
But
and the bugs that ate the worms are the ones that grew big. Do you know this movie?
Okay, well,
do you know what you're talking about, Elliot?
I'm confused because it switches from real life people to claymation. And he was crawling in the Peach, all happy and dandy, minding his own business.
Yes.
And when he came up, he was claymation.
He was claymation with a giant head and small limbs.
But he consumed the little. I always thought they looked like green macaroni.
Yes.
But they were like wormy.
I actually watched this recently.
Okay,
it's
so
delightful film.
You're a little more up to date.
Yes. If you need some talking about James and the Giant Peach.
Okay.
I'm your man.
Okay, call it Bobby.
Are we talking about James and the Giant Peach now?
Well, I just want to make one more thing about that movie.
Okay.
What happened to the bugs after they landed in New York City?
Well,
I don't recall.
They landed in New Year's. It's been out for like 15 years. But spoiler, James and the Peach fell. The Peach fell onto the Empire State Building.
Which sounds awful.
It's great.
Uh-huh.
So the Peach fell, and then James is like, "Oh, am I in New York City?" So New Yorkers came and picked him up from a crane, and he came down, and the bugs were like floating somewhere during this time because they were thrown off the Peach or something.
Okay.
But his evil step ants, whatever the hell they were,
step ants. I guess you can.
Step I guess.
Step ants.
I mean, if your mom has a
sounds like
sister.
ants you step on, like little bugs. It's pretty funny. All right.
Yeah, that's great.
So what else
Comedy
happened?
gold.
I know.
But the evil step ants drove apparently from England to New York because like their car emerged like it was flooded and there's like seaweed on it. So I guess that's what Tim Burton was trying to imply with the car being what it was.
Are you sure Tim Burton directed that movie?
Yeah, he did. It was one of his early things.
Are you absolutely sure?
I am absolutely 98% sure.
You're gonna have peach on your face if it's incorrect.
I'm gonna have peach on my face, yes. But Tim Burton did something with it because Jack Skellington was in it.
Oh.
He was a little Easter egg for people to notice because he was like a pirate somewhere.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think I recall this.
Yes.
It's when they were in the ocean.
Yeah. That movie was incredibly low budget. I think they spent all the budget on the claymation because like New York was made out of like cardboard.
Isn't that how the real New York is made?
They start with cardboard. Yes, all the new buildings are made out of cardboard because it's a recession. You can't afford proper building materials.
What,
anymore.
you don't like working on a cardboard box, 70 stories up?
I can't see who
Some
wouldn't.
people are so entitled. They feel so entitled.
I mean, when you were a kid, you played in a cardboard box, didn't you?
I lived in a cardboard box. My parents.
Wow.
Lived in the backyard.
Wow. Wow. That's. So wait, your parents had a house, but they made you live out back in a cardboard box?
That is definitely correct. They said it builds character.
So
it didn't build any character.
So your parents had this mansion-like house.
Yes, they did.
And they're like, no, Elliot, you sleep outside. In the box.
They lived in a house of solid gold. Solid gold. Everything was gold. It was like King Midas himself.
Ooh.
Like rubbed his body all over that house.
And your parents are like, I'm buying it.
Yeah.
Not for my son, for us.
No, they didn't take to me.
So did they like let the dog in, but then you like came like up to the like glass back door and you're like, please let me in, and they're like, no. Please stay outside in the box.
Bobby, that story is almost correct in that we didn't have a dog. We had 2 cats. So they let the cats in.
Damn it.
The cats were made of gold as well.
Were they?
Yeah, they were gold cats.
They're golden cats.
Golden cats. King Midas.
King Midas cats.
King Midas cats. King Midas mats.
This is why we're doing a podcast right now, because of golden little nuggets.
I don't understand why people haven't banged on the door trying to get in here to listen to us.
I think I'm just we're in a soundproof booth right now. Highest technology in
High
order to make
production
this.
values.
Yes.
This podcast alone is costing us $18 million.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Is that what it adds up to?
The cost of yeah.
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 Yeah. Please break down this budget for us, please.
Okay, I'm not an accounting guy. I'm not Mr. Moneybanks. I'm not the banker of Monopoly. Okay, I can't do this. I was always the property guy.
You can't just throw out a dollar figure all willy nilly and then just assume that I won't try and nitpick at it.
Do you think there's a person named Willy Nilly?
Oh, there's gotta be.
You know?
Yeah.
I was thinking. Let me tell you. Speaking of names, I was thinking of this.
Okay.
What if your name was Michael Stand? You know, your name is Michael Stand, but you go by Mike, so your name was Mike Stand. And say you're at a concert, you're at some place, and people say, and there's no mic stands. The band doesn't have any mic stands to sing into.
Yes.
And this might happen frequently at like local bars where it's very stuff like that. And they'd say, I need a mic stand. I need more mic stands. I need many mic stands because we don't have any. And Mike Stan would hear this, and I think he would think, why isn't one mic stand good enough?
Wow.
You know?
I thought this was going to take like a upward turn of Mike going, I'm a mic stand. I can go out there and he'd hold up the microphone to the person, but this just took a very deep,
I think
very
it would
depressing.
affect his psyche. He would say,
Wow.
I'm Mike Stan. Why aren't I good enough? Why do you need more of me?
If this was a movie, I think Clint Eastwood would direct it.
Do you think so? Do you think who would play Mike Stand?
Definitely not Clint Eastwood. But
I don't know who would play Mike Stand.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, he would play Mike Stand.
He's in everything nowadays.
That's true. He's a handsome guy.
He's a handsome guy. Speaking of JGL, which is what I call him now.
Okay.
Because we're buds. I talk to him like on a daily basis.
All right.
JGL is going to play. Did you see The Dark Knight Rises?
I did see that movie.
Did you enjoy it?
I did enjoy it quite a bit.
Thank you. But
no, not just quite a bit. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it.
Like, would make love to it, liked it.
If I could get those film reels, I would rub them. I'd rub the film on my body. I would make a suit out of the film reels. You know.
Yes. Okay, you can stop.
Yeah.
That's all I need. I wanted a yes or no answer.
Okay,
Elliot.
well, this isn't the FCAT. This is a conversation.
Okay.
This isn't the SATs.
The FCAT. And everybody outside of Florida that's listening, because there's all of them are going to be out of Florida.
Nationwide broadcast budget $18 million.
Exactly. People in the UK are going to be like, what's an FCAT?
Yeah.
How many fucking cats do they have if they have to shorten fucking cats into FCAT?
They're gonna think we genetically alter our feline population so that we have A cats.
Ooh,
B cats.
Or like feline cats.
You know what the T cats are?
What are the T cats?
Thundercats.
That's pretty badass, actually. Now that I think about it.
You were talking about the Dark Knight Rises.
Oh yes, Dark Knight Rises, and at the end,
off topic.
I shouldn't probably be talking about this, but spoiler alert
Spoiler
again.
alert, you assholes.
James of the Giant Peach alert. That'll be our new name for spoilers. But at the end, Bruce Wayne is assumed dead, of course, and he miraculously swims away from the bomb that goes off in 5 seconds. But that's a story for another podcast. But
yes,
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, John Blake, fake character, but at the end, the receptionist is like, "You should go by your real name, Robin," and everybody in the audience is like, "Oh!"
That was funny. I laughed at that. I thought it was a funny little joke
because it made no sense, but whatever. I mean,
he's just
Robin.
It's just a little joke.
Just a little.
It's a little jokey poo.
It's just a little jokey poo.
Little
nod. Nod to the people that's
a light nod.
It's a nod to the people that somewhat know Batman, so that they feel like they're smarter. Because they're like, I understand Robin.
Can I tell you that in the theater I saw it in after that part, and a lot of people were like, ah, ha, ha, ha. This one guy, kind of a couple seats next to me, he went, like he just didn't like it at all. He was just like, fucking Robin.
Utterly disappointed.
He was. I don't know what he was expecting. Was it
What was he just so like destroyed by the fact that the name was used?
He was probably like, man, I really hope. You know how speaking of JGL, you know how he's in that movie Looper where he plays the younger Bruce Willis.
Yeah, Bruce Willis.
I believe that this guy was expecting, the JGL walks up to the desk and reception's like, you should go by your real name, John McClane, because I think now that JGL is I think in every movie he is playing a younger version of Bruce Willis.
Wow.
So he's a super cop and Batman. So maybe he's like, man, I'm gonna get married and she's gonna move to Los Angeles and I'm gonna go there and fight Hans Gruber.
Okay. Yeah. So when JGL was in Third Rock from the Sun, you were thinking that alien kid is going to become Bruce Willis in the future.
Yeah, I was thinking that a little bit.
When you were watching Looper, you're like, this is going to work retroactively to everything JGL has ever made. So in 50-50, when he has cancer, spoiler, but when he has cancer, Bruce Willis in turn has cancer. Yeah. Is that why it's called Die Hard? Because Bruce Willis has cancer, and he wants to go out with a bang.
That might be an unexplored facet of that movie.
That Bruce Willis has cancer, and he's like, I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna die hard. I'm gonna take out a bunch of these. I haven't seen any Die Hard film, so I can't say anything.
God almighty, they're on the 5th one. A good day to die hard.
In Russia.
In Mother Russia.
In Mother Russia.
You know how his catchphrase is "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker"?
Yeah.
Well, the poster for the movie says "Yippee-ki-yay, Mother Russia."
Mother Russia. Damn. Marketers are terrific.
You know the guy who came up with that? He probably flipped his desk over and ran naked through the office because he was like, I just came up with the best fucking catchphrase for this movie.
He must have quit the next day.
He probably did.
He reached his zenith at that point. He's like, I can't do anything better than Yippee-ki-yay, Mother Russia. So I'm just going to give up on life. And now he is just rolling in his gold mine that he has. Gold vault. There
gold
you go.
Vault. That's at my parents' house.
You're golden now. Yeah. Anyway, from fucking where the hell we are back to JGL.
Okay, JGL.
In the Dark Knight Rises.
In the Dark Knight.
So everybody goes, Robin, woo! I remember him from the other movies, woo!
Yeah.
So, he goes into the Batcave and then it fades to black or whatever, and everybody's like, oh my gosh, he's going to be the new Batman.
He's going to be the new Batman.
He is going to be the new Batman.
What do you mean?
Let me tell you, Elliot. They're going to make a Justice League movie.
Oh, no.
Coming out in 2015 or something like that. It's going to come out with the new Avengers 2.
Oh,
as its competition.
Okay.
But Joseph Gordon-Levitt is going to be Batman in that movie.
That's confirmed?
It's not 100% confirmed, but from what I've read, reliable sources, which maybe a guy hidden underneath the desk at Warner Brothers going, I heard this, let me type this on the internet, but
it's true.
It's almost confirmed that it's absolutely going to be JGL as Batman.
That's interesting.
It is.
I don't know if I see him as Batman. I mean, I know the end of the Dark Knight wakes up from his bedtime. Because the Dark Knight rises, he rises from his bed. That's a good one. I'm going to write that down later.
Man, you better save that for a presidential speech that you're going to make.
I will.
Because that is a A+ joke right there.
I will save it. I'll save it for Barry. Barack Obama.
Oh, okay.
I call him Barry.
Oh, that could be racist, though.
No, that's what he went by in college.
No, I mean, like, the Dark Knight Rises. They're going to call Barack Obama the Dark Knight. Well, because he's black.
Fine. Okay, I don't see the racism in that, mister.
Maybe
I was just making a jab.
Okay. Okay, sure.
But maybe it is. Maybe we're both really racist.
Maybe everybody's a little bit racist, Elliot.
That's what they say in that musical I've never seen.
Avenue Q. And I only know that because I know a lot of people that have seen it and won't shut the hell up about it.
Maybe Avenue, more like Avenue Poo.
Avenue P.U. Woo! Podcast. This is why we need to be recorded.
Yeah.
But
I forgot what we were talking about.
JGL.
JGL.
JGL and JL.
Who's JL?
Justice League.
Oh, that's a marketing campaign right there. That guy who came up with the Mother Russia thing is going to come out of retirement and be like, he's going to come in and like swimming shorts, his swimming trunks, and like, you know, an undershirt with some stains on it.
Yes.
He's going to come in holding a chili dog, and he's going to say, listen, guys, listen. JGL and JL.
In jail. Maybe they should keep JGL and JGL and then just change the Justice League's name to Justice Great League. So that it works perfect.
JGL and JGL.
JGL, whoa!
Justice Great League. You know, that's a good title for the Justice League because I don't think they're that great.
Can you name the founding members?
I don't know. George Washington, John Adams, James Monroe, Benjamin Franklin.
Wow,
you meant of the Justice League.
Yeah.
Of the Justice Great League.
Oh, jeez, I should have been more specific.
When people say founders, I think founding fathers.
I meant of the JGL.
Of the JGL?
Of the Justice Great League.
I was thinking it could have been, it might have been Superman.
Yes.
It might have been the Batman.
Sure.
It could be Aquaman. I don't know how he gets into space, though. Isn't that where they have their headquarters?
Yeah, the space headquarters. He swims up.
He swims through space.
He grabs onto a whale.
And the whale flies?
Jumps, and then another whale like jumps up, and then he jumps onto that whale, and it just does that unlimited until they reach the space station, because there's like 8 whales floating around in space that can't go back to Earth.
That's something.
That's depressing.
Isn't the Flash in the Justice League?
He's one of them. And listen, you're sexist. Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Jeez.
You've accused me of being too ist today, and I think I find that offensivist. No, that didn't work. That didn't work.
I don't know how I feel about that.
You know,
apologize to all of our loyal viewers.
Our loyal listeners,
which consist of Richard right now.
Richard and Bobby's mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Bobby's mom.
I love you.
I love you too.
Happy Mother's Day. I can't wait for another one of our topics for another show is the War on Moms.
The War on Moms, that's correct, because some people don't like moms. I personally love
I love All Moms.
All Moms Go to Heaven is a classic Disney movie.
It is that was Disney?
Oh, maybe it wasn't. I don't really know.
You know what is a Disney movie that involves moms?
Yeah, what's that?
Mars Needs Moms. Probably the greatest plot for any movie ever.
You know, let's think about this.
Okay. Let's think about it, Elliot.
I never saw that movie.
Neither did I.
But clearly, what do they need the moms for in that movie?
I assume
Brains?
Gosh.
Their impressive ability to love, despite everything.
Despite all of my faults.
Mm-hmm. Yours specifically.
Just mine.
Yeah.
Every mom has to deal with my faults.
Yeah.
Not yours, Elliot. You're the perfect child, but he had to live in a cardboard box.
That's
outside.
true. I am.
But shame. But I don't know. I have no freaking idea what this movie Mars Needs Moms is about.
We should watch that movie and talk about it later.
The War on Mars Needs Moms.
War on Mars Needs Moms.
Why doesn't Mom need Mars?
You know, Mom.
There's a two-way street. Disney.
Yeah, you know. I don't know. Disney clearly does not know what they're doing.
I assume this is Disney. If this isn't Disney,
I'm
then
pretty
we're going to
sure
look like asses.
We're going to sound like asses. They can't see us.
True.
That's a good one, right?
That's
right, Richard? After every joke, we should just say, right, Richard? Am I right, Richard?
This whole podcast is dedicated to Richard.
Yeah,
our buddy Richard. For everybody that's listening and doesn't know, we have a buddy named Richard.
Yeah,
he promised to listen because we talked to him about it yesterday.
Yeah, so Richard, if you're listening,
you're in our hearts and we love you. And you're doing an internship or something.
Hopefully.
But good luck on it.
Good luck on all of your life, Richard.
Good luck on
You know, because, don't just wish good luck on one thing. Wish good luck for everything, because people need luck all the time.
All the time.
Especially Richard.
Did I tell you what someone wrote in my yearbook?
What did they write?
In my senior yearbook, when everybody was all like, oh, we had such a great 4 years. Oh, this is great. You're an awesome person.
Yeah.
One person wrote, quote.
Okay.
Quote, unquote.
All right.
I hope you have an okay life.
Wow. hope that guy got hit by a bus after he wrote that.
A very bland bus. After reading that, I was just like, I don't feel any way about this.
Was that a friend of yours?
It was a friend of mine. And I guess he didn't want me to live a spectacular life. He just wanted me to live an okay life.
Are you still friends with this person?
I haven't talked to him. I'm Facebook friends, which means best friends.
Which means a lot, actually.
Which means, like, talk to you on your birthday when I say happy birthday on your wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
It's funny, they don't call it the wall anymore. It's the timeline, Bobby. But everyone still calls it the wall.
It's the wall.
Because it was the wall for years.
You know what the original name for Facebook was?
What?
The Facebook. But I still call it that.
Like the Batman.
The Batman, yes.
I like calling things the. It makes it more, the Facebook, the Netflix, the Bobby.
The Back to the Future.
The Back to...
The Return of the Planet of the Apes.
The Return of the Planet of the Apes.
The Planet Return. What is that movie?
Where did the planet go?
It went away and they're back.
Planet's back.
Isn't the Planet of the Apes Earth? So where'd we go?
Return of...
No, it was...
Return...
The Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
I think
so there's like 5 thes.
I think there is a Return of the Planet of the Apes. Because there's like 5 Planet of the Apes movies. There's Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
There's probably Planet of the... You know what they should have done? It's just called Planet of the Ape. And they could have done... And then the sequel could have been Planet of the Apes. It should have been... Actually, this is what it should have been, Bobby.
Okay, please tell me.
This is what it should have been.
My mouth is drooling.
It was Planet of the Apes. It should have been Planets of the Apes.
Ooh.
And then it would have been about 2 different planets.
Wow.
Intergalactic Ape Space War.
Wow. Okay.
That's like that movie Space Chimps. That was a movie, right?
Yes, it was.
About chimps going into space.
Chimps going to space. Which is actually a prequel to The Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
So the prequel to Planet of the Apes has a prequel also.
Yes.
Okay. Is Joseph Gordon-Levitt in that movie?
He should be.
He should be. You're right. I think it's the Franco. He's in the Rise. He's in the Rise of the Planet. He's in the Dark Knight Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
I think the title should have gotten shorter with each iteration of the Planet of the Apes movie. So it would have been the first one, The Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
And the Planet of the Apes, and then it just would have been Apes. Is the last movie, or the
Apes.
No, just the.
Oh.
So we go see the, and then the person behind the movie kind of be like, the what? The idiot.
You're right.
Yeah, I want to see the. So duh. I can do it again too.
All right, so yeah, and then the next movie we just call Apes.
I just think
So you're saying there's only going to be 3 movies?
Well, I didn't mean like literally. Those were the flow of the movies.
Okay.
I just meant that.
That's what would be
the Rise of the Planet of the Apes, the Planet of the Apes, Apes, the
Planet of,
and then will be the last one.
And then maybe the final movie is just
blank.
Just blank.
It won't have a title.
Yeah. Ooh, that's interesting.
Oh, wow.
That'd be an interesting direction. I think they're making a sequel to Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Gosh. What would it be? The Return of the Rise of the Planet of the Apes?
Return of the Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
The Revenge of the Return of the Rise of the Planet of the Apes? The Revenge of the Return of the Rise of the Planet of the Apes?
You're very good at that.
Thank you.
Return of the Rise of the Revenge of the Dinner of the Planet of the Apes.
2. The Squeakquel.
The Squeakquel.
The Squeakquel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would work, actually. We should get... Hollywood, are you listening?
Richard,
are you listening?
Richard. You think that's funny, don't you, Richard?
Don't you, Richard? You asshole. I take that back, Richard.
Richard owns a car wash.
He does own a car wash. That's a story for another time.
That's an inside joke that people, non-Richard people, won't understand.
The war on Richard. That's another topic. So I hear...
Can our listeners be split up into demographics of Richard and non-Richards? I
think that will have to be it. Because that might be our audience. Richard and the non-Richards. And you know what? I never want Richard as a special guest because I want Richard to be an unseen enigma.
Exactly. I want him to be this figure that people are like, wow, this Richard person must be like fucking amazing. And then when I meet him in real person, they'll be like, Wow, what a letdown.
They'll be let down, exactly. I want people to be let down by Richard.
I want to
Am I
build
right,
people
Richard?
up. Hey, Richard. I want people to be built up and then shattered.
Yeah, I mean, that's most of what...
Isn't that what life is all about?
That's most of my experiences with anything.
With anything.
You know.
Wow, that's depressing.
Frozen meals.
When you put it in the microwave, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is going to taste so good. But then you realize that Stouffer's, good job.
Yeah.
You made cardboard edible.
Cardboard, yeah, you know. Just like the buildings of New York City, how they're made of cardboard.
Wow.
Did you see how I brought that back
You
around?
brought that way back around town.
Do you remember that joke, Richard? It'll make no sense if you don't remember the first time we talked about it.
Did I ever finish my story about Joseph Gordon-Levitt being in the Justice?
Yes, yes,
okay.
we talked about it.
I remember we branched off into so many different things.
God,
wow. Men's underwear.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I never expressed my opinion. You just hijacked the conversation.
Sorry.
Yeah, you took it. You held it in your hands and you flew off.
Would you talk about men's underwear?
Planet of the Apes.
Would you talk about
all right, okay,
cradles for men's junk?
Listen, yeah.
Please.
If you go to the underwear section, they don't. If you're buying tidy whities, do they even make them anymore? They never showcase tidy whities, but they showcase those like boxer briefs,
yes.
And they're always like these guys. You know, they're midriffs and they're super built. You know, they got like a 6-pack times 2.
So a 12-pack.
A 12-pack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you just say that because you didn't know the multiplication and you asked me? You're
anyways, you know, and it's very. You look at that, and if you're like Bobby and I, who are actually quite in shape.
Oh God, we're fucking ripped.
Bobby and I.
We are the epitome of health.
You can play. You can hit our abs with spoons, and they'll make music.
You can crack ice on our abs.
Yeah, you can eat off our abdomens.
Our butts. I mean abs. You can.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah. So you know, Bobby and I are comfortable. But if you're someone like Richard, who's in a piss poor shape, then you might look at that and say, "Is that desirable? Is that what people want?
Is that what people want?"
You know, this goes back to the body image.
Yes.
Thing that goes for it's mainly for women. And I think it's a bigger deal for women, but it's also
it's a pretty big deal for us.
A pretty big deal for Richard.
Well, not us, because we're perfect.
Yeah.
We're Adonisai.
You know, but if a guy goes in there and he puts you don't really try on underwear, do you? That'd be kind of gross. So you buy it, you say that looks like comfortable underoos.
No, they have a trial pair that you can try on. It's like bowling shoes.
Okay, so you go to get the trial pair, which may or may not be stretched already.
Yes.
But you put it on and you say, man, I bet I fit in this perfectly. And there's just this hanging underwear, like empty space where your junk should be. But instead, it's just because I don't know if I'm wording what I want to say.
Are you trying to say that?
I'm saying.
Are we still talking about the trial pair?
I'm not sure. I'm just saying that
it sounds like there's a man with a massive cock that wore it before you. And then you're just left with the remains of his indent in the underwear.
It's kind of what I was trying to say.
Okay.
It's kind of what I was saying.
Well, then say it.
Well, I couldn't put it so eloquently as you did, Bobby.
Sorry, Mom. I love you.
Hopefully.
I said the C word, please.
Stop listening.
Stop. I hope you stop listening at Saltinas.
So, I forgot what I was trying to say. My point is.
Wow. Okay. What is your point, Elliot?
Listen to my point, Bobby.
Please tell me.
The point is that I believe that they should not have images of men, of these really in shape guys in the underwear. They should just have a picture of the underwear. Because men don't go, man, I want to see how that looks on a really attractive man. But you know what? I'm not being diverse here.
Well, can I pause for a second?
Pause.
You're assuming that the men who are photoed on these underwear packages are attractive. Mm-hmm. Their faces could be like
Richard's.
Whoa! I was gonna say like butt faces. But
okay.
Like Richard's. But that's a wide assumption that you really don't want to make, because I've met a couple underwear models in my life, and their faces look like fucking waffle irons.
That's why they're Is that because that's just genetics, or it's because of a waffle iron incident?
I didn't want to ask.
You're right.
It's one of those
It'd
things
be
that
rude.
it's like when you see somebody without an arm, you don't want to ask them unless they have a really cool story about it. But they normally just come up to you and be like, "Hey, you want to hear how I lost my arm?" But you don't want to ask because that's just a little insensitive. But yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
So really, maybe we're making a big deal out of this. Maybe
No, we're not. We're making too small of a deal
Maybe
because we
there's-
only talked about it for a total of like 3 minutes out of this whole podcast.
This podcast has been going on for like 4 hours now,
I believe so.
and at least talking with you sometimes it feels like it.
Wow.
Anyway,
Okay.
maybe some people enjoy the images on men's underwear. Maybe they say, man, maybe it motivates them to get in shape. Maybe they say, man, I'd like to look like that. And I'm not saying to being in shape is you being like that is absolutely perfect. You have to be like that. Yeah.
I think underwear model packaging is more of a goal setting
Okay.
because it's like these guys are fit.
Mm-hmm.
You want to look like these guys. You don't want your fat flaps to flap over your underwear. So be like these guys. Be like Bobby and Elliot.
Yeah.
So I think now I'm pro men's packaging with strong buff guys on it.
I think I might be as well.
Because that argument that I just made a couple seconds ago was just so flawless.
Well, I'm an impressionable young man, and your opinion means a lot to me.
Oh, thank you.
So I think
Even though we're the same age.
yeah, I think we've won the war on men's underwear packaging.
Wow. It
You know
only took us 4 hours.
It only took us 4 hours.
What do you think, Richard?
What do you think, Richard? Why don't you let us know one of these days?
Why don't you shoot us an email
Yeah.
in the fancy hour with Bobby and Elliot that's actually just halfhour.com, or
That doesn't exist. Don't go to that.
please don't go to that. It's probably porn.
I think it is porn.
I think it's absolutely porn. I think I'm going to make that domain name and then just put lots of porn on it.
Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. Sorry, Nana. Nana's probably listening. I have my great aunt.
Hello.
It follows me on Facebook like furiously. Like whenever I post a photo, she's like, "How dear Bobby." It's like she's writing a letter. Sorry, Titi Dora, but she's like, "Dear Bobby," and she like states something that's going on in the photo. I could be like eating a sandwich, and she'll be like, "Dear Bobby, that looks like a sandwich. Love, Titi Dora."
That's so sweet, though.
It's incredibly sweet.
She cares about you.
She does care about me enough to type. She doesn't know what a computer is. She thinks it's a typewriter from another dimension, I'm sure. but she is the sweetest lady of all time.
Who's ever lived.
Who has ever lived. Mother Teresa ain't got shit on Titi Dora.
Yeah, I heard Mother Teresa is annoying.
Wow.
That's what I...
Wow. Can I quote you on that?
Actually, I wish you
I'm
would.
gonna put that as the title of this episode.
Mother
Mother Teresa is annoying.
That's true.
So
I'm wondering if we should wrap it up, Bobby. If we should maybe summarize.
So today
point.
we have talked about men's underwear for about 4 minutes.
Yes.
James and the Giant Peach. JGL and JGL.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Willis having cancer.
Yeah. It's
not
true.
No, he doesn't have cancer.
He doesn't have
Please
cancer.
don't kill us, Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Oh God. What else? We went back to underwear for a little bit.
Yeah. And what was our...
And my Titi Dora, I love you. I love my whole family. Please don't hate me because of this podcast. Right, Richard?
I love Richard's Titi Dora as well. I know he has one.
I think everybody has their own Titi Dora in their family.
Yeah, I agree.
But as a wrap up,
is our general point? What's our general point about
our
underwear?
general point about men's underwear is that we didn't. It has sexy men on the packaging.
Yeah, and
that's the point that we want to say.
It may or may not be positive for people who purchase it.
We totally chose a side and stuck to it this podcast.
I believe so. I can't really remember.
We talked about so many things.
It's been a whirlwind.
It's been exhausting talking to you, Elliot.
It's
like I worked in the coal mines all day. It came up and I was like, ah.
Yeah, I think I may have the black lung just
talking to you.
Just talking.
Yeah. But anyway, as a we're trying to come up with the catchphrase,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I couldn't come up with anything. Well, I haven't tried, so that's probably why I haven't come up with anything. But I'm going to pass the torch on to Elliot to try and come up with a closing catchphrase for all of our lovely our non-Richards and Richards.
Okay.
Out there.
I feel this is less of a catchphrase and more of just kind of a quote to end on. If
it's good night and good luck, I don't approve of that.
Listen, Bobby. It's not.
Okay.
It's not. Am I right?
Wow. Is that it?
No, that's not it.
Oh,
okay. I'm going to quote.
Thank God.
I believe it was Gandhi. You know, the famous.
Holy shit.
The famous, Indian.
Oh, origami artist.
I believe it was Gandhi's famous origami artist and part-time protester of the British government in India, and part-time faster. By faster, I mean one who fasts from food.
One who runs really fast.
Yeah, that too.
He played the Flash in the Justice League movie.
He did.
The Justice Great League.
I believe it was Gandhi who said. I believe he said this. He said, "Nothing tastes as good as skinny feels." I believe Gandhi said that.
Nothing tastes as good as skinny feels.
He was a notorious dieter. I apologize to anyone who holds Gandhi in high spirits.
Yeah. Sorry, we're going to talk about that in another podcast.
The war against Elliot's misquote of
Gandhi.
Of Mahatma Gandhi.
Yes. Anyway, say it again and then we can end on it.
Oh, I believe it was.
No, just say the quote.
Nothing tastes as good as skinny feels.
Okay, that's great. I've been Bobby.
And I'm Elliot most of the time.
Thank you for listening.
Salt peanut.